This is, I guess what you call maybe a little bit of a blog or something. I don't know what that means, but partially I want to give a shout out to Haxby Shed. It's a channel kind of like mine where you don't have a specific thing to do. It does a number of different things. And he's all around a nice guy. You can just tell by listening. He's been having a little problem with a little cancer going on there, but I think he got it whipped and everything. He can tell you about that. But if you like kind of a variety of things, he's been working on one of them rotary things for the, so you can weld, you know, it turns, I guess that's what it's for. I've never used one, never had one, but he's been working on something like that in the lathe work and everything. And then the second part of this little video here is sort of what you is sort of like you might call remember when. Back in the old days, you know, well, not too many old days, remember cars used to have that dimmer switch on the floorboard, which is real handy. Whoop, I just kicked my tripod trying to put my dimmer switch on. Anyway, yeah, that was handy down there like that, and then they put it up here on the steering wheel. They got too much junk on the steering wheel now up there. But anyway, that was I think a mistake. And on the same thing with the lights like that, they put them little old European style lights in there with the plastic hulls on them. In a year's time, that thing gets so foggy you can't see. And here comes the furnace. That's going to make a lot of racket. But anyway, then, if I remember right, I think it was in 58, that's when every car maker in America, I guess, decided to put dual headlights in, which I'm not against that. They're glass, I like them. It's almost like all the manufacturers get their heads together and think, let's see, what can we do this year? Instead of being different, they want to be the same, I guess, which maybe that's a government ruling, I don't know. Don't know why it would matter how many headlights you had on or anything, but they came out about that time. Of course, that was about the same time as the 12 volt. No, 12 volt came out about 56. I converted over from 6 volt. A lot of them was positive ground on them 6 volts. And then they went to the 12 and everything. And on a little side note there, I had a 55 Ford, and I think it was 55. Yeah, it was 55, I think. Anyway, I had somehow put the battery in backward, you know, positives and negatives, and it charged and run fine. So it kept blowing the radio out. And I took it down to the radio man, and two or three times he called it a glow bar, wherever that is. Popped that thing out. Well, that had to run in the right direction. That's the only thing that messed up. Everything else worked. And so my dad came out there and he took and done something to the spark regulator or something. He got the current going the right way. I don't remember what it was. It's been a long time ago. But anyway, that was on the light subject there too. And let's see, there's something else on the lights I was going to talk about. Well, one thing, these brand new ones, I really don't like them really bright ones. I think most of them all have it now. Ford used to be the ones that are really bright, like the blue lights, and brought, you know, they blind you coming at them. I mean, they can see good maybe, but what's the good if they blind you coming at them and you run into them? They don't seem like that helps anything at all. But, I mean, I like good lights where I can see good, but you know, when it's actually blinding somebody else, that's kind of a danger to everybody, really. And well, I guess they say, well, I got the cool headlights, and HIDs or whatever they call them. But anyway, that's another thing. And let's see, what else about the cars? Oh, back in, I don't know when they first started, we had a 47 Studebaker Champion, and that thing had a hill holder on it. You're not used to it, and maybe because the new cars probably all got it. But it's standard transmission, and you say you pull up to a stop light here, a stop sign, and you don't have to hold your foot on the brake, it'll say it for you. Then you let the clutch, give it the gas, and automatically take it off, the brake comes off, and there you go. I had an 86 Subaru that had the same thing in it, and so I imagine there's all the standards probably have now. But you know, speaking of Studebakers, they were sort of ahead of their time on everything. You know, they had some nice gadgets. You know, they had the underseat heater, you know, and that would blow air. So the theory was to blow air to the back seat and the front seat both. You know, that was the old ones. The new ones probably may not have had that. I don't know. But that was another good feature on there where you could, you know, back seat people get some heat too. You know, the way the modern cars are, the front seat blocks it all off. Of course, you got a van, you got a back seat heater anyway, a big heater up there. And of course, air conditioning wasn't a real big issue back in them days, back in the 40s and 50s, and very rarely would you have one, you know. They had that old air cooler thing on the side, whatever that was called, you know, you put it on your window there, and I don't know how effective that thing was, but anyway, it was something anyway. And let's see, what else can we think about that the car had then and either do have or don't have now? Yeah, I remember, of course, they may have this too. My uncle had a 57 Cadillac and had an automatic headlight dimmer on it. He said the biggest problem was in town, you would make a circle, and there's a big white garage door there, it'd be flipping your lights bright and dim, because it was throwing that thing off, you know, which was a good deal. And let's see, what else? I thought I should have wrote this stuff down, but I don't like scripting anything, you know, if you don't come up off the top of your head, it ain't really good. But anyway, I guess that's enough to ramble on anyway. And be sure and give a little Haxby Shed, that's kind of hard to say. Not really, it's an easy word, but anyway, get him to look at. I'll put his thing at the bottom of the video there, his you know, homepage or thing. Anyway, we're going to take a look at his sticker over here right quick. Let's get this off of here. I hope we can see this all right, because I don't have my light turned on, because it was fouling up my, there he is right here. He gave me another sticker, but I put it with my, if people send me more than one, I file one away in case I, well, for an example, Pappy's Corner, I was scrubbing around my safe and I scrubbed out part of his thing, but he sent me another one here a while back when he sent me that shotgun reloader, and I put him back up here where he belongs. So, all right, you guys be careful, and appreciate you taking time to listen to me ramble on here, and we'll talk to you later.